What's up, people? This is Nature Girl 30 here, and this is my Smackdown review for whatever day it is. September 7th. I'm gonna be real. It was really tough to get through this Smackdown tonight. Seriously, I was so much on the verge for the first hour to literally just start a review, get it over with, and just be done with it. Like seriously, it was just far. It's just far too hard to get through it, but. There were a few good moments. I have to say that I did like Damian Sandow's promo in the beginning, as well as Damian Sandow's match with Randy Orton, because honestly, it kind of makes sense. What is the WWE's obsession with social media? It's to the point where it's getting a little bit out of hand. The fact that the WWE universe has to have a Twitter, I guess some kind of a Twitter vote every single night on Raw. Plus, the WWE universe is constantly, I mean, every tout's on Raw, every tweet is on Raw. Yeah, he has a point. It is somewhat of an obsession, but I honestly did like the match that he had with Randy Orton. I really did enjoy it a lot, and because it really did kind of showcase the talents of Randy Orton, and it actually did something for the feud with Dolph Ziggler between him and Randy Orton. It actually just kind of spiced up the feud between himself and Randy Orton. Plus, it didn't really make Damian Sandow look weak. So I actually did like this match. I really enjoy it. I have to say that I really did not particularly care much for the introduction at all. I really didn't care because I hate lawsuits in my storyline. Seriously, I can't stand them. It literally takes away all the emphasis on what wrestling is when you involve a lawsuit. Seriously, it just gets far. I mean, it's not the fact that it gets too real, it just gets too boring. Like, honestly, sure, David Otunga needs to have a job. I mean, the fact is that he's a lawyer, he doesn't wrestle enough, and he plays that lawyer character well. But for crying out loud, it just got the whole lawsuit thing ended up becoming the theme of the overall show, and that is what literally sucked every ounce of energy from me watching SmackDown tonight. But the one thing I can actually say is actually I don't. Besides the whole Randy Orton Damian Sandow match, it's really difficult to even come out and say anything good about SmackDown tonight because I was really disappointed at the match between Cody Rhodes and the Miz versus Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. I was really disappointed because honestly, how on earth seriously how on earth can you start a feud between Cody Rhodes and the masked ones if you can't let him win one, or at least get the upper hand somehow, or stop the match, or just make him look good? How can that happen? How can you have a good, decent feud with these guys if they're losing to you every night? I don't know. I didn't even care about the backstage segments, and honestly, this lawsuit could be argued up and down as something that can be thrown out. Seriously, it really could. The X-rays, stupid. The fact that they should sue him even though he jumped in the way of his bro kick, stupid. But it was just overall dumb, and for real, this is going to be really short and sweet. I honestly can't come up with any other positive thing to say besides the Randy Orton match and with him and Damian Sandow. That's it. Like seriously, I really can't come up with anything. It's completely draining even talking about it. I'm extremely tired even thinking about coming up with a score, and I honestly can't come up with a score. Like for real, if I actually did, I would have to say it's a D. And the reason why I'm giving it a D is because of the fact that Randy Orton and Damian Sandow was an overall good match. And also, it did do something between the feud for the feud of Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton. It did something for that feud. So I honestly cannot say that it was a horrible show throughout because I actually did enjoy one of the matches. But I'm gonna be honest. Good night, man. They did nothing for the Night of Champions for me. They completely had just the most mind-numbing opener that I've ever seen in my life. The lawsuit sucked every ounce of energy out of me. And sure, they had a tag team match just to have the primetime players win when we all know they're going to lose again. Seriously, I gotta give it a D. That's my verdict and I'm sticking to it. what are your overall thoughts on this show? Are you just as drained as I am watching it for the first hour and trying to make it for the second? Or did you honestly like the show and have a lot of good points to say about it? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Send me a video response. I'm all for those. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this because I am drained. This is the Niche Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later, folks.